the fruity plain from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers of Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will be first on the attack. The Deep South's oldest rivalry will stir deep emotions, and just last year, Auburn gave the Dogs a big scare early in the third quarter, but man, did Georgia pour it on late.
Yeah, it was still 31-13, but there were some moments, there were some cracks, but Georgia took care of business. And I tell you what, Jesse, this is beginning to be a very one-sided rivalry. Auburn needs to show up. Like, Georgia's had back bragging rights year after year after year. Auburn's got to shut these guys up.
Yeah, Georgia's won 8 in a row now in this rivalry. You're right. I think the big key for Auburn, they've got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Could not do it consistently against Carson Beck. Big reason why Carson Beck did not turn it over in this game last season. That had been a problem for him early in the year.
Breaks into the open. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Throwing right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Delp. Still running at the 35. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receiver.
Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Auburn offense. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are...
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job.
wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere.
Turning on the Jets. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Tight end now in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jeff.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Runs through a tackle.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him in?
Turning it on! They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. New set of downs after the completion. Gets the back moving. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Trying to make magic with his feet. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw him throw it, a couple plays ago. You see him take off and run. They've got to do something.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.